done by a guy named Dr. Lee Poulos. And Dr. Lee Poulos was establishing the activity of the conscious mind and subconscious mind. He wanted to know that activity in metrics. And in order to do that, he found that in a second of time, the conscious mind processes with 2,000 neurons. So right now, your conscious mind is processing this message. You're thinking, oh, that makes sense. I'm enjoying this. You might be thinking at the same time, you know, he looks like Steve Martin, Bill Clinton can't decide. I could go on, but anyway. The conscious mind, 2,000 neurons. In the same second, the subconscious mind is processing with 4 billion neurons. 2,000 conscious, 4 billion subconscious, below consciousness. Who's in control? The subconscious mind. Well, here's the grand illusion. You walk out these exit doors and somebody says, how well do you know yourself? What would your answer be? I know myself really well. The grand illusion. You ever heard that expression, you don't know what you don't know? We don't know what we don't know. And we look for ways to motivate ourselves. We look for these signs, this litmus test of a good idea. And I know you can identify with this. It's something called the emotional buzz. And the emotional buzz is this. A thought creates a physical reaction. A thought of marching in the opening ceremonies of the Olympic Games gave a physical reaction. It's like, oh, I'd love to do that. You know when you just feel it up and down your spine, the pit of your stomach's like, oh, I'd love to do that. Right now, get a thought of what you want to create, what you want to build, what you want to be a part of, the friends you want to make, the family you want to be a part of, the family you want to create, the difference in other people's lives. Now, as you instill that, put your hands together. And as you start to, go ahead. And put your hands together, start to feel that, rub your hands together, wiggle your butt and go, ooh, I would love to do that. If you're not wiggling your rear, you're not getting the full effect, if you know what I mean. It's that emotional buzz. It's that thought of, oh, I would love to do that. Because if this idea, whatever idea you have, could be saying, well, I want to hit this number, I want to hit this one. If it doesn't have an emotional buzz attached to it, find something that has that emotional quotient, something that lights you up. Because when it does, it's a litmus test for a great idea. Not a good idea, a great idea, when it has an emotional buzz. Identify with that because it's infectious. It's infectious, but it's also contagious. Other people want to pick up on that. You want more green flags? Here, I'll give you a technique. Demonstrate the emotional buzz. You know, I was at the dentist one day, and the dentist had this fish tank, and I thought, you know, I want me one of those. Yellow Pages, Dallas North Aquarium, largest ad. Call up the phone. The owner of the company, John Holcomb, answers the phone. You say something about saltwater fish. This is exactly what you'll hear. Oh, you're going to love these fish. I'm thinking, get a life, pal. It's just sushi swimming around, really. He said, why don't you meet me at the store? I said, well, okay. So you meet John Holcomb at the store. This guy is literally shaken. You're the guy about the saltwater fish. Follow me! So he takes her up this tank, up to the first tank, and there's all sorts of fish in there. He says, yellow tangfish. A lot of people get those. They're the percula clownfish. That's Nemo, by the way. It's very popular. But my favorite fish is the flamehawk fish. You see, it's a very curious fish, and it's following his finger around. He says, isn't this cool? I said, it kind of is. He said, that's not the best part. I said, what is? He goes, follow me! He said live coral. We ship in live coral. Not only to create your own personality of your own tank, you create your own ecosystem. I went, really? He goes, yeah. I said, I love this. And he said, well, great. Do you have American Express? Green flag. A buying signal. I walked out of there having purchased a $3,000 fish tank. And I am that close to telling my wife. Yeah. John Holcomb had an emotional buzz about fish, How random is that? What if this was everywhere? What if every product or service we ever engaged in had somebody purveying that with that same emotional buzz? I mean, anywhere. I mean, the grocery store, you go walking up and down the aisles, or a hardware store, you go say, hey, you know where the wrenches are to a guy stocking the shelves? What if the kid looked at you and went, wrenches aisle 4, follow me, let's go, come on. What if somebody comes up to you and says, tell me more about Zapata? Zapata. You will leave an impression. What happens is the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, when they align, you get that emotional buzz. People want to be a part of that. There's all sorts of objection handling techniques and techniques you do, but literally having that emotional buzz is the thing that engages people to the degree that they lean in, they engage, they want to be a part of it. That, folks, is alignment.